Well, good morning. I may well be in silhouette. I'm really not sure. The light's sort of coming in from over here, but then we had the moon up there. So I'm really not sure. I'm in a little place in Chesterfield, and I saw this place yonks ago and thought, oh, that looks quite interesting. But I think it is pretty much sort of a one-shot, maybe two-shot place. There's a little pond. Oh, the wind's picking up. Oh. Part of the attraction with this place is it's quite sheltered, and I figured that we would get some nice reflections. And when I arrived, we had flat calm. We've got some fishermen over in the far side. They're all sheltered. I think there must be a separate pond over there, although I can see little jetties where they sit and fish and things. I forgot what I was saying. Yes. We had a little bit of sort of popcorn cloud up there. That's all dispersed nicely. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not really sure. We have a little boathouse, very reminiscent of, I wanted to say the bottom end of Oldswater. There's no boat in it, which is unfortunate, but it is all intact. It's got a lovely green mossy roof. There's a little bit of tiling missing, but it's quite quaint, and we've got a mass of trees. Autumn has started, but it's a little bit too early for the trees down here to be turning. Down the far end of the pond, I can just make out some bronzy colours coming through. Now there is a rather nice reflection of that house down there. You'll not see it, and I'm going to disappear out of view. But I'm not convinced there's an actual image to be made there. Today was really a case of, I wanted to do something a bit different, and I didn't know where to go. So I thought, well, I'll come and have a look here, see what's appertaining down here. It was an itch that needed to be scratched. I've set up, this is very weird little road. It's wide enough for one vehicle. There's two pull-ins, but when you turn onto it, you almost get the feeling you shouldn't be driving on it. It's a very nice little village. There's ducks and birds galore. We're getting a little bit, maybe not. I thought we were getting a bit of colour over there. But my hope was we would get some colour across the tops of the trees. Yes, anyway, I've set up, I've got the wide angle on, so the 11-16. I have got a 0.6 and a 0.3 on. Yes, I know I could put a 0.9 on, but I like to make things difficult for myself because the trees are pitch black and then we've got a bright blue sky. I haven't put a polarizer on, don't feel the need for it at the moment. The reflections are there, the ducks bobbing up and down. Wind is easing off a little bit. There's not a strong enough breeze to justify putting on the 6-stop yet, although it might come to that. The forecast was very, very low winds, sort of 2-3 miles an hour, but with the occasional gust, and that's what I can feel now. It's quite chilly, you know. I mean, it's not. Oh, bloody ducks are noisy. There's the one that's making a bloody noise. Oh, it's a coot. It was 9.5 degrees, and that's not cold by anybody's stretch of the imagination. However, when we've had 20 degrees for most of the week, feels a bit on the cool side. Right, I'm going to stand around and wait, basically. That's about what we've got. All that nice popcorn cloud that was up there is now over there. I think this is more a sunset location because the sun sets over from the far side and will illuminate the boathouse. But I'd be quite happy if we just got a little bit of glow in the sky. We'll see. Needs must when the devil drives. Well, sunrise has happened. Fairly nondescript, really. we had just a little band of colour, but nothing to write home about. And because this is so dark, I was really struggling to filter for it. The images I've got will work, I just need a little bit of work in post. I've done one where I've exposed for the dark trees, and then the next one gives me the sky exposure, which is a little bit better. In fact, the one where, excuse me, I've exposed for the trees, I can probably get away with just pulling the sky down in post. But it's a shame, because it's that popcorn cloud up there is lighting up beautifully. Oh, hey ho. At least it's not raining, and it's not windy, although I have stuck the 6 stop in. It's enabled me to drop back down to f8 and 20 seconds, where I have been shooting. Let me go back to the first one. I was at f11 and 1.3, and then I ended up whacking it right up to f16 and 5 seconds, 8 seconds, just to try and get that exposed correctly, not blow out the sky and smooth the water. Yes, sometimes you have to try new locations. That moon's phenomenal. Let me spin you around, show you Mr. Mooney. See if I can upset my gimbal just a second. The size of that moon. A lovely reflection in the water as well. You know, while we're here, I don't think there's anything of an interesting shot there. No, it's a bit too flat and sort of 2-dimensional rather than 3-dimensional. I'm now shooting on the 17 to 55, but because I wanted to do a close-up of the little boathouse, there's some fabulous greens and textures in the slate roof, and it's got a little bit of character. Just a second, let's turn you back. It's got a little bit of character with, it looks like, as you're looking at it, the left-hand side of the roof may have parted company. But it's amazingly clean. As I say, there's some lovely texture in the slate tiles. They've got that gorgeous moss on them. So I've done a close-up. Oh, where you gone? I'm not very good at organising this, am I? No, and my gimbal doesn't want to do that, so we'll just turn you around there. That's better. I love the front of the roof where the slates have parted company, but we've still got the wooden struts, and there's some lovely textures in the woods. There's sort of creams and golden colours. I can definitely see this being a sunset location. Could be tempted to come back this evening. Depends what the weather's like. We're supposed to be getting rain. Rain, 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 and wind this afternoon, so maybe not. But certainly for the future, particularly when the trees on the far bank have turned a little bit more, you can just see the beginnings of autumn colour. So yeah, it's been a bit of an oddball one. Aren't most of my vlogs. But yeah, I wanted to just try something a little bit different. If you don't try, you don't know. I'm just going to continue faffing around. Might wait, there's a huge bank of cloud over there, which is the direction the sun's coming up, which is why I think it's shielded or prevented this lot from lighting up. I could just do with some light coming on the far distant, on the far shore, just to lift the image a bit, because it's very, very cold at the moment. It's very blue. Doesn't matter what I do with the what do you call it? The white balance, that's the word I was looking for. If I overdo it on the white balance, the water and the sky go a mucky colour, and the trees look really nice, so I could blend. I'm not sure I want to do that though. Let's keep life simple. Now, I was talking to you about doing a close-up on the boathouse. So you should be able to see, I'm recording a little bit through the camera while I'm talking to you, so I've got all sorts of things going off. You can see there, beautiful textures in, oh, where are we? At the top of that roof, and you can just see the struts of the roof that are missing the slates, and the gorgeous warm textures in that wood. Now if I zoom out a bit, and try and use the right button, I can come out to about there, and I'm not getting too much sky in. I need to just make sure we're sort of about 50-50. Just getting a little bit of sky in down here. Whoops, where's my finger? Down here. I can live with that. I can probably clone that. And I quite like that. I've actually got the polarizer on. If I twist it around, you can see that's the polarizer off. Oh, excuse the squeakiness. And it just about there brings out the real warm tones. And if we had some autumn colour there, so I just realised you were like that then. If we had some autumn colour, that would really pop. But I do like that as a bit of a close-up. I've got just the polarizer on. I haven't got the 6-stop on, although I think when I shoot it I probably will put the 6-stop on. There's not enough wind to move the trees, so I'm not going to get any motion blur in them. But there are ripples on the water which are mainly caused by the coots and the ducks, who are also being incredibly noisy. But that's about it for today. Let's turn that off. I can remember how to turn it off. There's a button somewhere, hold on. Oh, there it is. Shows how often I use this thing. Back onto camera. Yeah, it gives me a different viewpoint when different field of view when I when I come off of video onto camera. I just get a slightly different field of view, which is pulling in a little bit more of the sky, but with a little bit of tweaking and a little bit of straightening, I think we'll be okay. So yes, not the most startling video this week, but it was nice to be out. It's not raining, it's not blowing a gale. What more could you want? And there was a little bit of colour which I might be able to get out to bring out in post, but I'm not banking on it. But yeah, makes a change from being at the coast, and I do enjoy every now and then doing just different little things. Oh, and that's it. So let's just turn it back around here again. That's better. Have a great weekend, guys and gals. I might have one image, possibly two, out of this little trip. Sometimes that's the way the cookie crumbles. So have a great week. Catch up with you next Sunday. Toodaloo.